I had to switch PS4s, so I have to start over regardless. But anyway, where I was, I think I fucked up because if I had rested, someone was gonna die, but I couldn't progress because I needed to level up. You know what I mean? It was kind of, I was like, people are gonna die. I can't level up yet. 'Cause I had tons of XP I needed to use, but I was stuck.
Okay. Inspect the boats.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
I wish the camera would, like, at least try to stay in front while you were sprinting.
I think that's the boat you needed to inspect, was with the dead guy.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself.
Oh, scratch marks. Ugh.
This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
Oh. I'm sorry, Abraham. I never put more food in it. Well, you don't need more food.
He's
You
like,
got plenty.
yes. No more. I need more.
You finish eating what's there, and I'll put more in there. I've been spoiling him lately because, you know, the past week and a half or so, they've both been eating out of the same bowl, so I've been putting more in there than usual, and he hasn't had to fight as hard to get food. But now that they have two different types of food, I've been feeding her out of a separate bowl.
Is it?
And
I know it's always a pain doing that with a cat and a kitten.
yeah, I'm just glad that he doesn't try to come over and eat her kitten food.
What's
Oh,
this?
really? Wow, that's impressive.
Some sort of note.
Prevent orders. Destroy the Leech Brothers. So it's just pro-win people.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Interesting. I forgot it showed resistances and shit.
Nice.
I love the blood spear.
It's locked.
It's locked.
To shut up, Mr. Billy. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in here, fine. find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they hide where it's so damn cold?
I'd step back, sir.
Oh, yeah, someone's right there.
Not very observant, are they?
Well, they sure are.
Was that the only reason for coming up here? Good lord.
Well, there's more later. Ooh, there was a shiny box down there. You're right.
Oh.
Oh, well, that one where the guy was at, but also there's one to your right too. Huh. You got bullets.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets.
Where was the other
I
one?
feel like I'm back on the front line again.
That way. To your left. That way. Against the wall. Okay, good now. Oh, we've already done that. Things.
Right. So is red strong resistance or?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, you don't want
Christ! He's dead!
Yeah, that guy was partially resistant to melee combat, so that's why he was so hard to defeat.
Yeah, but I like keeping my blood meter as high as possible.
True that.
That's one of the hospital guys, isn't it?
Oh.
Leech spotted! Watch out, boys! Stupid beast! You'll pay for that! Fuck, it's fast!
Fuck, it's fast.
There's a box too, to your left. I mean, well, yeah, that way. To your right. I'm saying everything backwards. Jesus. You went the right way though, so whatever.
Oh, this is the wrong way. Yeah. Oh, fuck off. No way in this era of London that they have, like, white phosphorus, ultraviolet light, bulletproof vests, and flamethrowers. Like, I mean, maybe they can do bulletproof vests and white phosphorus, but, like, there's no... They're not harnessing ultraviolet light and flamethrowers right now.
I can believe the flamethrowers. It doesn't take much
May
to make a flamethrower.
maybe flamethrowers, but
Yeah, ultraviolet light's pushing it a little.
like, I think flamethrowers is pushing it a little. Hello.
Blah 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 blah. It's gonna be one or the other.
Damage. Hey! Wasn't there a dude over here too? Oh, that dude.
Right there. Goodbye.
Okay, any shillings hiding over there? Okay.
Want to know the only thing I hate about this game?
What's that?
There's no fast travel.
Fresh blood. The
Truth.
whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
You see, I needed to drink. I'm so thirsty, William. As one, we shall overcome this. We've done it before. No. I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more. Oh, dear God.
Now let me tell you about this site.
Please don't. Just the same.
I like it, personally, but
You're my last
you have to equip it.
dearest friend. Friend. William, my arm. I can't feel it.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Will, please, let go of me.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Oh, hold on. Listen, I parried, you ugly bitch. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the only time I didn't care for this scythe is when I actually wanted a gun.
You ugly bitch. Jeez. No!
Oh,
Listen
shit.
here, you ugly bitch.
R1 the hoe. You shouldn't be dead.
I know, like, I can easily kill him. I'm just practicing combat at this point. Trying to get my timing right.
Excuse me.
So this does more damage at level 1. Oh, whatever. Fuckhole.
William, please. Stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Alright, love you, man. You have fun playing Days Gone?
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Ain't she, Woody?
Right.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
No thanks to you.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help.
Miraculously,
Just give me a moment to
after...
secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets
Needed
to the
his
nearest
drink.
hospital.
No, please, I almost tend to my fault. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Shit, did I miss anything else?
Yarp. Bong 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 bong. Bong 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 bong.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
I have a fan.
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research.
So how did he
And what
not
a turn of
recognize you
fate.
before, though?
England's most esteemed blood specialist returns
Right.
to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science
I gotta
is to
pee.
refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I like how the little steering wheel's on the side. I think that's kind of cute.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy.
I don't
Yes,
like her,
Doctor?
but I forget why.
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Coming. Ink.
Wink.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Now! It's my turn!
Rotten or crusty, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Do I have to kill him?
No. I think you have to mesmerize him, but you don't have to kill him. I think it's just teaching you how to mesmerize.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
So what, do I just take him upstairs?
No, you take him to where they want you to take him. There's your answer right there. Embrace means to kill him. So.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Now he's just like, what do I do? He's just gonna be like, I'm hurt. Sits back down. Excuse me.
Oh my goodness, your nose is so cold. Hello, Mocha. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh, you're so cute.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Shut your dirty whore mouth. I am a good citizen. Maybe I'll eat him when I know him better.
When he gets juicy and fat. Oh, I do remember having issues with the whole run thing. I think what it is you're not really supposed to run. I think that's why they do it. Only certain, certain places you can run, really. Without it being too weird, I guess. Because he's already jogging, which is pretty nice.
Okay, so... I guess I enter the hospital.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Can I do all the dialogue stuff, or do it? I probably just need to go to my office first. Shiny! Are there any other shinies? Shiny.
Oh, there's plenty around here.
Matt. The shape of the blanket compared to the position of the body seems really weird.
He probably just has a leg up, you dirty.
No, I mean, it's just like, it doesn't even match with that to me. It's... Fucking post. Don't mind me.
I do want to mention, Mark did buy Days Gone. Did you want us to see what that was like?
Oh, I do, but not while I'm drunk.
Well, let me know when, because I know he's gonna be on it for a while, so it's gonna have to be whenever he's like at work or like on Thursdays, whenever he's gone late. This is cool.
Where's this stupid message I just found?
I love how you can kind of read the scribbles. Kind of cute.
It's locked, all right.
Hi, Mocha.
It's locked.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember what those boxes are, the locked ones. It's after you've engaged in certain dialogues they unlock.
Oh.
Because, like, there's, like, some people, they'll say, here, there's a chest of so-and-so, you can have it, or something like that. Or it's like when you need a certain item in a certain area, it just happens to be that locked chest.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
This is hardly light proof.
Go to that thing behind you. Go to that little... Go, no, turn around, turn around.
I'm not reading that.
Yeah, it's boring knowledge. Alright, to the left. I want to show you something. To the left, left, left. In the corner. Right there, that little plant thingy. Go to the little plant.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
You'll hear that for the rest of the game. Just every time you go to it, it's dying, it's dying, it's dying. Like, well, it should have been dead 10 light years ago, but you know, it's still alive.
Ah. Got my own proper hideout.
By the way, you are pretty safe to evolve if you need to. Nothing too crazy should happen anyway. I always loved doing that. That was my favorite thing because whenever you did bite, it healed you a fuck ton. That's me. That was me whenever I did that. And I don't care about the damage it does because really you want to focus on what it gives you.
Right.
It's like a stun, if anything. Are you gonna do all of them? That would be a bit much. Although I do like the aggressive thing on the aggressive part. The claw thing was really fun too. The spear was really good. Like when I discovered, I think I did the claws at first, and then when I did the spear, I was like, holy shit!
Yeah, the spear is amazing.
Redonkulous, yeah. What's the defensive thing?
Defensive? Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember what that is. Coagulation. 2 seconds. Huh. Forgot about that. It's nice, but eh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I'd be using that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, the coagulation, I think, is really good. I think it paralyzes them or something like that, but the blah.
Now, here's my question. So this gives plus 50. Now, when this says it gives plus 100, is this adding another 100, or is this adding another 50?
It's adding 100. So for 600, you got 150.
So, like, I can get a fuck ton of health. Ooh, baby. Probably need to work on stamina too, but not immediately. I'm not so great on my defensive timing just yet, so I probably just need to be able to take hits. Ooh, no, I don't want to cancel, I want to confirm.
The following night.
Healthy. I like that. Ooh,
And
look
then
at my
you
health bar.
go to the chart. I think it is.
This?
Like start button? No, the start button, I guess. I don't know. What's it to pull up the map thing? Then L2? No, it's R2. R2. R2 again? There we go. That's where you'll see the changes. Here. So now he's fatigued. Because, well, you know, he's kind of got some gut spilling out.
Yeah, I think he already was fatigued, maybe.
Right. Ooh. There you go. When you get those thingies, you can make the thingies. You just need more shits for the shits.
Right.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
You have to rest again? That's kind of silly.
Right.
Oh, I guess it's just gonna confirm what you did. I guess you needed to analyze and then do the sleep. Oh, that makes sense.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
What about it? That's all I gotta say.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
Oh boy.
It's
We think
locked.
This was their little storage room. So much for that. Hello, hacksaw. I think I actually used the hacksaw for most of the game, if I remember correctly. I don't know why I did. I think there's abilities like it gives you more blood or something like that. I don't remember. Like later on, when you level it up. I'm not sure. I just remember using it a lot. Bottle of cheap gin.
Suppose I should explore the hospital and talk to people. This is Mr. Mister's office. I'll talk to him last.
I think it's blocked off. Oh, it's that.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, you've already been in this room.
Time has lost its effect on me,
The pain.
but the suffering continues.
It's here again.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Are you?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it's such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
How close are you to Miss Hawcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay here. Every time she approaches my bed, she treats me like something tasty. A normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all. While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of my blood. And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood? Why him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs. No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wish I could do it again.
I love how he
My
says
blood
that. To
boiled
your
with the fever.
nocturnal activities.
Damn.